I do have Nick Wright talking with
Nick
Colin
Wright's
Cowherd. Would you like to hear the interaction from Colin Cowherd?
Oh, my gosh. You know what, DMac? This should be very entertaining. Colin Cowherd is leading the Broncos hype train right now.
Right.
Nick Wright is, what was his official prediction again?
3-13.
Three wins.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go.
Every year in this league, you called it last year with Buffalo, there's a pop team. I think Denver's my pop team. Drew Lock will pop second year. Lamar, Mahomes, and Wentz, very average rookie stats, popped in year 2 to take over the league. You think I'm nuts on Drew Lock in Denver, potentially winning the division. Why?
Yeah. Listen, you're right. Guys do pop in year 2. I see that. And if you were saying Kyler was going to do it with the addition of DeAndre Hopkins, fine. But, like, Drew Lock, the idea that he and the Broncos...
Stop. Hold on.
Right.
I mean, hold on. Stop. What are you talking about? If you're telling me Kyler's going to pop in year 2, he was rookie of the year. What? He's going to pop in year 2? He didn't pop enough in year 1?
And by the way, he's sitting there, and everything behind him is some sort of Kansas City Chief paraphernalia in his pathetic little man cave.
Oh.
So, and you can tell by the tone of his voice, he's having a hard time with this. So here we go.
You were saying Kyler was going to do it with the addition of DeAndre Hopkins, fine. But, like, Drew Lock, the idea that he and the Broncos are going to be, contenders in the division is so utterly laughable to me. The folks in Denver are mad at me on all fronts. They're mad at me because I don't like their basketball team, because I'm a crazy person who thinks your star basketball player should be in shape and not have the GM shock that he worked out over quarantine.
Which is ridiculous, of course, right? That is
Apparently he's in the best shape of his life, right?
Right, and he's body shaming Nikola Jokic, who is
I think I've done that once or twice. Myself,
okay, we all have fun with that, but it's undeniable he is an NBA superstar. He is the elite of the elite. There was a huge Sports Illustrated article about how Jokic is reforming the entire concept of the big man in the NBA. But
Point
yet
center, man.
This joker wants to play it out like what, Jokic is a joke? Like he's not good? Why? Because he doesn't have a great beach body, that sort of thing? I mean, please, dude. Like, that's your reasoning? All right, more.
I don't like their basketball team because I'm a crazy person who thinks your star basketball player should be in shape and not have the GM shock that he worked out over quarantine. And I think their football team's going to stink this year. I have them winning 3 games. If you want to look for a pop team, what about the Miami Dolphins with Tua? What about the Chicago Bears when you get the albatross of Mitch Trubisky removed from the necks of the offense? I think you're right. There will be a surprise team. I just don't see it with Denver. And the idea that they went in the draft and said, we're going to try to outscore Kansas City, okay, good luck with that. I watched Drew Lock when he was at the University of Missouri. There's a reason he was a mid-second round pick. Like, okay, good luck with it. And this is going to be an all-time where Colin was wrong when the Broncos are limping at 4-10 if you're lucky, and I get to replay for you saying they could be a dark horse in the division.
My favorite part of that is the people in Denver hate me, and I'd like to think we have something to do with that. I would like.
You're taking some pride in that one.
I would like to think that we have talked about him. We have thrown it out there. We encourage people to go. I mean, nothing violent, but I
don't like people hating anybody, but certainly you can call them out for a terrible take.
Correct. Please be tasteful as you do it. But he's out there. He sees. It was great to see that he's seeing it, and that we've brought it to everybody's attention. I mean, he's our patron saint of pessimism. We literally have him up on a board.
Patron saint of being a dum-dum.
Yeah, so that's Nick Wright's latest. How about that?
I'll be honest with you, DMac. I feel like over the last 2 or 3 weeks, this Drew Lock momentum is like just skyrocketed, like
right.
Almost out of nowhere. And Colin Cowherd is definitely a huge part of it. He's been leading the way, and others are jumping on board. And I think that it's probably a little bit unrealistic to think that Colin Cowherd's going to be right on some of his predictions at the same time. But to say that it's laughable to think that the Broncos could be a competitive football team, you just don't know what football is, and you're just not following who this team has become, the way it's shaping up, the weapons that we've got. Vic Fangio, a defensive guru, leading the way on the defensive side. I'm not ready to buy into the Colin Cowherd hype, but Nick Wright is just – I don't even know what to say about Nick Wright.
It's unreal. So there you go. There's the latest and the greatest from that rocket scientist who is just an unabashed, Kansas City Chiefs homer who –
And I love how he's defending his Broncos take by talking about his Nuggets take.
Right. What's
if
that got
has
to do with
anything to do with anything?
No, and by the way, what are you talking about, period? The Nuggets are in position to win the NBA championship this year.
Right.
And
hey, man, we could have some fun coming up here, couldn't we? I mean, between the Nuggets and the Avalanche, dude, both of these teams are going to make some noise.
And no doubt about it. And you know what, dude? Hopefully with baseball, as it gets going, a shortened baseball season, maybe that'll benefit the Rockies as well. And then we're going to have this uptick with the Broncos and just be able to shove it down Nick Wrong's throat in terms of what's going to happen. Like he's putting everything on the line for it. This has gone beyond just like a little prediction. He's talking about it on national TV. He's being reminded about it. He's doubling down on it. Good. I'm glad there's a guy. I don't even remember the dude from last year. We got Nick Wright.
Who the heck was that?
Don't even know. Don't even care.
Oh, man.
But we got a 3-13 prediction and doubling down like this is going to be the moment where I'm right and everybody's wrong. So I love it, man. I love it. And Broncos fans.
I respect him a whole lot more if he came with an educated opinion. If he broke down the roster and he told me why, if he pointed out where the holes are and why this team can't be successful. And you're going to sit there and say, oh, I watched Drew Lock at Missouri and he was terrible. Drew Lock was not terrible at Missouri. Far from it. Right. Look at me getting all defensive.
And he's talking about they're good luck with the offensive weapons. So what? There's not good offensive weapons on the Broncos? You don't like Jerry Jeudy? You're not a fan of KJ Hamler? You don't Albert Okwuegbunam is nothing?
This is a good sign. You know what? Think about it. This is a good sign. What did his office look like, DMac?
It's all Kansas City Chiefs garbage.
All Kansas City Chiefs garbage, huh?
Yeah.
So we got a big-time Kansas City Chiefs supporter that's getting so nervous about the Denver Broncos that he's coming out and saying outlandish things. This is what happens when you feel backed into a corner.